So just a few weeks ago, if I'd asked the question to someone at church, so how are you? Then more often than not, I'd get an answer that involved the word busy. I'm busy, or I'm keeping myself busy. And it really summed up the way that we have become as a society, where busyness is seen as a mark of our lives. And for many of us, we kind of railed against that and looked to say, well, I just can't wait for the next holiday, or I need a break, or I need to find a better work-life balance. All of those sorts of questions would be on our minds, on our hearts. And a few weeks ago, probably about a month ago, I read a book that I found just really inspirational. And so for the coming week or so, I thought I'd do some reflections on that book. And the book is called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry by John Mark Comer. And he's a pastor in the States. He was a pastor of a mega church and ended up suffering burnout and just had to reappraise for himself that work-life balance. And I do look at this time and this season that we're in, that for many of us it's a chance and an opportunity to address that work-life balance. Now, it may be that you're still on the front line of things with the NHS. It may be that life is as busy as it's ever been. But for many others of us, this is a new season and a new way of doing things, and we're forming and shaping new habits. And this is a book which I would just really recommend to you, and it's worth ordering. Amazon, bless them, are still going, or you can get it on your Kindle. But it's a book written by a Christian, and each day this week I just want to pause on a thought from there. And the book starts by just describing that picture of hurry, the picture of speed, the picture of distraction that we have in our world, and points out that many of the apps, many of the things that we find are deliberately put there to distract us, to keep our attention and to take up and eat up our time, because that's where the money is. And psychologists have started to talk about something called hurry sickness, where we're always so busy, so hurried that it's physically making us ill, but it's also destroying our quality of life. Someone else said that hurry is a form of violence on our soul. I think that's really telling. Hurry is a form of violence on our soul. And so for John Mark Comer, as he was going through that burnout process, he was speaking to a mentor who said to him, the one thing you need to do is to ruthlessly eliminate hurry from your life. That would change the quality of his life, but also the quality of his relationship with God and in those key relationships with other people. So that's what I want to look at in the coming days, to see what's happening to our souls, to see how in this season we can form new habits that will help us and nourish our souls rather than draining us. And it's interesting, even in this week and a half or so that we've had of this lockdown, that people have moved from feeling quite bored and at a loss to what they're doing to starting to fill their lives again with new things. And the question is, are those things feeding us and nourishing us, or are they just distractions that are filling the time but are not bringing any positive change in our lives? So I'd love to see us as a church just engaging with God in fresh ways. Do get a hold of that book, or maybe you've got a favourite book that you need to reread and just come to grips with again. As we go through in this coming week, we'll look at some of the new habits that might be taking shape, things that would nourish us. And I just wanted to finish with just a thought from the Bible, where Jesus in Luke's Gospel is talking to Mary and Martha. And Martha they're a pair of sisters, and Martha has been busy. And Jesus says to her, you're worried and upset by many things. But actually that her sister Mary has found the better way. That Mary, by actually slowing down and focusing on Jesus, had found the capacity to do all of those other things, or to do what needed doing. But Martha was caught in worry and in anxiety. And I know that's a part and a mark of our society today. So today, take the time to slow down. This book recommends a slow down spirituality that enables us to connect deeply with God, and through that to connect deeply with one another, and to discover what it is to have life in abundance. So as the week goes on, we'll keep looking at this, we'll keep unfolding it in different ways. But for today, take time to enjoy it, and bless you.